My steeds drew on the burden of my limbs, but still my locks, my thoughts, drew back as fast. So fare the men that from the heavens' brims, far out to sea, by sudden storm are cast. Swift o'er the grass the rolling chariot swims, through ways unknown, all night, all day we haste. At last, nigh tired, a castle strong we fand, the utmost border of my native land. The fort Orontes was, for so the night was called, that my deliverance thus had wrought. But when the tyrant saw by mature flight I had escaped the treasons of his thought, the rage increased in the cursed wight 'gainst me and him that me to safety brought. And us accused, we would have poisoned him, but descried, to save our lives we fled. And that in lieu of his approved truth, to poison him I hired had my guide, that he dispatched, mine unbridled youth might rage at will, in no subjection tied. And that each night I slept, O foul untruth, mine honour lost, by this Orontes' side. But heaven I pray send down revenging fire, when so base love shall change my chaste desire. Not that he sitteth on my regal throne, nor that he thirsts to drink my lukewarm blood, so grieveth me, as this despite alone, that my renown, which ever blameless stood, hath lost the light wherewith it always shone. With forged lies he makes his tale so good, and holds my subjects' hearts in such suspense, that none take armour for their queen's defence. And though he do my regal throne possess, clothed in purple, crowned with burnished gold, yet is his hate, his rancour, ne'er the less, since naught assuageth malice when 'tis old. He threats to burn Orontes' fortress, and murder him unless he yield the hold. And me and mine threats not with war, but death. Thus causeless hatred, endless, is uneth. And so he trusts to wash away the stain, and hide his shameful fact with mine offence, and saith he will restore the throne again to his late honour and due excellence. And therefore would I should be algot slain, for while I live his right is in suspense. This is the cause my guiltless life is sought, for on my ruin is his safety wrought. And let the tyrant have his heart's desire, let him perform the cruelty he meant. My guiltless blood must quench the ceaseless fire, on which my endless tears were bootless spent. Unless thou help, to thee, renowned sire, I fly, a virgin, orphan, innocent, and let these tears that on thy feet distil redeem the drops of blood he thirsts to spill. Be these thy glorious feet, that tread secure on necks of tyrants, by thy conquests brave, by thy right hand, and by those temples pure that seeks to free from Macon's lure. I crave help, for this sickness none but thou canst cure. My life and kingdom let thy mercy save from death and ruin. But in vain I prove thee, if right, if truth, if justice cannot move thee. Thou who dost all thou wishest at thy will, and never willest aught but what is right, preserve this guiltless blood they seek to spill. Thine be my kingdom, save it with thy might. Among these captains, lords, and knights of skill, appoint me 10, approve most in fight, who with assistance of my friends and kin may serve my kingdom, lost again, to win. For lo, a knight that had a gate to ward, a man of chiefest trust about his king, hath promised so to beguile the guard, that me and mine he undertakes to bring safe. Where the tyrant haply sleepeth hard, he counsel me to undertake this thing, of these some little succour to entreat, whose name alone accomplish can the feat